Hello friends, Namaskar. I am Anil Kumar Srivastav, present with the new topic of the current affairs. A report has newly been advertised uh, and in which the future course of the Indian export and import has been settled down. So the topic today is how can we increase our uh, export and export basically in the world trade. The think tank agency uh, World Trade Research Initiative has made it amply clear through its latest report that if one has to increase its uh, value or volume of the export, then that country must follow the world chain, uh, world uh, value chain, world value chain. World value chain must be followed. Only then your export can be increased. Now I am telling what is world value trade. World value trade includes all the policies related to the network from where the goods are manufactured and from where the goods are sent. So first of all we have to develop a national trade research network, and this national uh, trade network should employ all these things: the rationalization of the rules of the trade and adopting the world uh, world chain product initiative. That is what is needed in uh, world value chain. World value chain is the most important thing, because in the world value chain there is the subdivision of the many kinds of products, and there is also conditions related to the different products, the quality and the timing, etc. are mentioned in it. At present, world value chain is the most common agency or mechanism through which the most of the multinational companies are trading. That is, the multinational companies are using this platform to increase their trade. So we have to adopt, or all the industries of India must adopt, world value chain guidelines, and for this a national network initiative must immediately be set up, and that initiative should not only identify the problems relating to the networking of the world value chain and all the product and product related rules of the world value chain, and this world value chain make it able to streamline our product to in the system of the world value chain, because at present nearly 70% of the world trade is being done through these agencies. So there is it has been identified in the report World Trade Research to that India has a very vast opportunity to exploit this export opportunity, and for that India has to follow the world value chain systems for the different products, and for this the national network must be made, and all the companies which are in the rural area or which are in the different areas of our country should be network in the networking system, and that networking system should also provide the guidelines of the world value chain. And as for this, all the anomalies related to the world value chain should be immediately removed, and we should follow and apply all these rules for our companies for export. So for this we have to communicate the systems of these network to our companies which are exporting, and we have to improve our ports and port related services. In this way we can come into this system, because the 70% of the world trade is being done through this system by the MNCs. So the only way out with us is that we have to adopt world value chain systems, and for this the national network should immediately be established. And it has been rightly pointed out in the think tank company World Trade Research Initiative that India can enter into or take the benefit of the manufacturing sector which are still backend or which are still not being used by the different companies. And by using this network, India will be able to extend or increase its value of the trade by 120 billion by 2030 in the coming 7 years. And our present share is only 2% in the trade of the world trade and 1.7% the world export, it will jump. And besides this, the most important thing that we will get through it, in the manufacturing sector, nearly 40 lakh people will be adjusted. So 40 lakh job opportunities will also be created. Besides 200 billion trade value increase, we will also be able to give job to the 40 lakhs people who are still unemployed. But we have to see that why and how and by what time we will be able to make this coordination to the MsMe sector, because the MsMe sector is the most important sector as far as the export are concerned. At present, MsMe sector accounts for the 30% of the GDP of India and 50% of the total export. So our focus should be shifted to the MsME industries, because the big industries has always been following, but the MsME sector should immediately given attention, and all the kind of the product related regime of the world chain, world value chain should immediately be adopted. And I think that if the government adopts this thing, we will be able to increase our export up by 2030 nearly $200 billion, and 40,000 new job opportunities will be available to our people. So it is a very important report, and this we should immediately follow all the related things that are needed for world value chain. Thank you. We are ending this topic now. Thank you very much.